Hi everyone, so let's talk about parking. Parking in a rent by the room neighborhood. I've seen a lot of comments from other pages, from other videos where people are actually concerned about parking. Where do all these people park? So if there's six, seven, eight people, where are they supposed to park? Now, keep in mind, guys, not all of your members will have cars. They do have to register. The platform that I use is PadSplit, so they have to register their car with them that they do have a car. People will use Uber, people will use public transportation, but out of, let's say, six or seven, maybe two or three may have a car. So don't worry so much about how many parking your property has. I would worry more on, does it have an HOA? So I would stay away from HOA. I would stay away from A, B neighborhoods. I'm looking at C and D. So let me show you what I mean. Let me actually share my screen and okay. See, there's a little trash, which is fine. Now, if it's something like this, I want to say it's a C neighborhood. It's one of those, it must have been a nice day when they took this picture, but corner lots are perfect as well. So for example, this house, they have two-car driveway, right? And you can fit another one here. And then you can kind of visualize. You can kind of visualize, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way over here. So their cars, if you own this property, you can actually park all the way here, right? All the way there. Turn it around. You can also maybe park over here by your neighbor. But I would look at across the street. So there's this wall here. How many cars can you fit all the way through? Maybe 10 for that matter. So this is a good spot. It's in a C-class neighborhood. I walk the neighborhood where I'm going to be purchasing from. I drive around it. I look for places where they may also have what I'm trying to do is renting by the room or multi-generational household. So you're not the one that's sticking out. You're the one that's like late to the party pretty much because they've already been doing it. So those are the neighborhoods that you would want to concentrate on those. So let's say your house is one in the middle. Got it. Like right here. It's not a corner lot. It's not a big lot. You have neighbors all over the place, right? On all four sides. What you can do is you have two cars here, and then you can park two, maybe three over here. Don't worry so much about the little ramp here that's supposed to be all, done up and everything. That's fine. You don't have to modify the curb. You can't really, right? Because that's public. One, two, three, four. Yeah, you should be fine with that. Now, depending on your neighbors, you may want to, again, depending on the neighborhood, if you know who they are, if they're chill with it, if there's a vacant lot, let's say, let's look at other spots. If there's a vacant lot, if there's a business across from your property, they can utilize the parking on the business too. I've seen properties where they're across from a church, for example. So church is only on Sunday mornings, right? Or maybe there's something going on in the afternoon or something like that. Your tenants, your members are more than welcome to park across the street and then they'll just walk. That's fine. And besides, guys, let's say you're in a nicer neighborhood, you can actually you can put on PadSplit that you only want three cars parked. So then whoever has a registered car won't really see your property if it's already full. So let's say you have a six-bedroom and you only allow three cars, three registered cars, and somebody's looking for a property that has a car. It's not going to show up on the platform for them. Your property will not show up on the platform. There's enough cars. I would look at neighborhoods where you can park your car on the street. You should be able to park your car overnight as well. So those are the neighborhoods that you want. So no HOA. If there is an HOA, I would steer clear on it. But if it's something that, if that's the only option, I would make sure that there's only 2 cars parked on the driveway. Whatever the restrictions are, make sure that it's not guard gated, that there shouldn't be a guard like checking everyone, how many people are coming in and stuff like that. Then you have to register who they are. And then it becomes such a big mess. So for example, let's keep going down here. I know that there's businesses down here. This one. So if this is your property and there's an empty lot here, you can actually park this way too. So let's say this is your property here. It's not a corner, right? It's right here. You have 2 spots. You have this spot and then all this. Let's keep going. Same thing here. You can park cars on this side, so right across. It's okay for them to cross. You don't need all the cars to be parked on your side, right next to an apartment complex, right next to a vacant lot, even a business too. Let's keep going this way. If you see cars parked over here, then that's fine. If you don't, then it's probably not okay. So you may want to consider parking this way if you have a vacant property across from you. Tenants can park on their side. Maybe not on their driveway, but in front of their house. But if you notice that if it's like someone's primary home, then that wouldn't be okay. You just park in front of someone's house. On the side of theirs, that's fine. In the back of theirs, it's okay. So for instance, here, I found one right here. See, another corner. So if this is your house right here, let's go inside actually. So let's say this is your house right here, right? So this is your rent by the room. You can park 2 cars in the driveway, 3rd car here, maybe 4th car over there. But your members can actually park this way and just walk across. They'll be just fine. All the way here, all the way across here. Not at someone's driveway, obviously, but they can utilize this spot here. This entire cul-de-sac can utilize this spot here. And then the members can just walk. You're able to put that on the listing. And again, you can restrict how many cars can register for your property. So I wouldn't worry so much about parking. I'm looking for something where it's right in front of a business. So let's say this is your house here and you need more parking. You can park on this side and then just walk across. That's totally fine. If your property is in front of like a Walgreens or a school for that matter, you can park over there too. You can park. Nobody's really going to kick you out. If it's paid parking, that's a different story. You're looking at what is happening in the neighborhood. That's pretty much it. You don't want to be the first one to have that happening in the neighborhood. You want it to be already established as a co-living neighborhood, a multi-generational neighborhood. You want to be able to see cars parked all over the place, and you're just blending into what's already happening in the neighborhood. That's a rule of thumb. So nothing in a gated community, because then you're expecting 5 all the way to like 8 people knowing the code. And then if it's a gated community, the demographic is completely different. You'll have people that are a little bit more pickier and that are more serious about maintaining the community, maintaining the area. So then you'll have more complaints there. You may have people complaining in a non-HOA, which they don't really have much to do, or they can't really do so much. But if it's a constant complaining all the time, it's just going to take a toll on you and your business. And I've seen investors where they just bail. They just put their property up for sale just so they don't have to deal with it. That's what I would do, is to really look at the neighborhood and see if it's already happening in the area, and then just go ahead and just blend in. That's pretty much it. I wouldn't go to really nice fancy areas, because then you'll probably have the president of the HOA there living, and then you'll have people complain, and then it's going to be a complete hell. I've also heard about people doing rent by the room, even if it's in a HOA, but there's no gate. It seems like it's in a C-class neighborhood. Nobody's really going to talk about anything, right? Nobody's going to rat you out, and that's fine if you can, it's more your tolerance as well. So for instance, this property, let's say this is your property. You can park over here on the dirt across. and then also that vacant lot. You'll have enough space. You'll have enough room over here, all the way there. You don't need to put any diagonal lines or anything like that. Everybody's, for the most part, everyone's respectful of, space. That's going to be the end of it. Let me know if you have other questions. I'll try to make more videos and share with you guys my take on rent by the room. And if you are interested in the Las Vegas market and you're looking for your next rental property, let me know. I'll see you on the next one.